Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, Bullet does it best. We're diving back into level 5 Grand Voyage against ALVIDA with a Bullet-led team. Now, I do think ALVIDA is probably the most fun. Her or the actual Luffy fight, I do find they're the most fun when it comes to Grand Voyage because they give you the most diversity when it comes to team building. For level 5, you do need a full strength team, a full fighter team, and you do need a Luffy on the crew. And in today's video, we do satisfy that requirement as well as beat the content in 7 turns, which is awesome to see. Bullet stays winning, quoted by the GOAT, Captain Papi, Bullet stays winning. But if you do enjoy the video, make sure to bell the like button for me. If you are new to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button. With that said, let's take a look at the team. Alright, so the team looks a little bit like this. As I mentioned in the intro, we are running a full fighter and full strength team, led by our boy Bullet, and we are bringing a friend, level 5, final tap, Straw Hat crew. That is pretty essential because, they're just an absolute beast of a unit. The best unit of the game, so why not bring them, right? But our team is led by Bullet. Bullet has rainbow damage to himself. He makes a whole bunch of matching orbs, which is great. And he's a 4.75 times captain for himself, which is awesome. It works out really, really nicely. It's not the highest captain ability. It's only 4 times. But, Bullet himself just hits so hard that it just works out so nicely with the final tap of Luffy and crew. His special normally is absolutely dookie. But in this particular piece of content, there is resilience for 99 turns. So that end of turn damage actually comes in clutch, which is really, really cool. We have a stat booster on Bullet. He's level 110. And I have him Limit Break expanded. Whether or not you need that, not 100% sure. If you are trying this team, let me know in the comment section below. If you need that to just get the kill on ALVIDA on stage 4, because we are attacking with Bullet last to get that sort of monster hit. In saying that, though, you might be able to sort of attack with the Straw Hat crew, but we'll talk about that once we hit the run. Treasure Map Kid, we do have him Limit Break expanded. I did get 2 more copies to feed in, just for a little bit more stats. I don't know if that's essential. I did stuff up the run once, and I thought just getting a few more stats on Kid would be great. But the big reason he's here is because he removes hunger. He's the only fighter free spirit besides Luffy and Sanji that can actually remove hunger. And I might see if I can weasel another team with Luffy and Sanji in it and not bring this kid. But he's free to play. Pick him up in the treasure map shop. You can actually get a couple, if you haven't got him already, you'll be able to get him to level 150 as well, which means he'll be hitting ridiculously hard. He's special. If there is first of all, he gives you a full board of orbs, which is great for your strength characters. And if you are blinded, he gives an attack boost. Despaired, he gives an orb boost. And if you're paralysis, he gives color affinity. And on stage 4, it's really good because you cop bind and you cop paralysis. And then you can get the attack boost and the color affinity with this particular kid. Then you can finish it off with this Luffy, V1 Snake Man, to get yourself an orb boost and a chain boost. And that way you can carry the orb boost into the final stage. Because if you guys don't know, you can't actually use an orb boost on the final stage against ALVIDA. So this works absolutely phenomenally for not only stage 4, but carrying it into stage 5. With the support of Nami too, we can actually remove the bind that gets inflicted on our bottom left. And that unit there is actually this Foxy and Porsche unit. This Foxy and Porsche unit, another free-to-play character. Pick them up in the Rumble shop if you need them. The reason I actually wanted to remove the bind on them is because they actually have Barrier Pen. The Barrier Pen is actually really good here because there's actually a barrier on stage 3 as well as on stage 4 and on stage 5. But having this Barrier Pen is just absolutely awesome just to help you just build that chain multiplier a little bit higher so you don't have to hit it good, which is really, really handy. Their special as well can remove Bind and Despair, which is very, very nice. They also double the crew's attack on the final stage as well, which is pretty cool as well. But they're basically just here just to remove the Bind and the Despair, which all works out pretty hunky-dory. If the enemy's delayed, they give an attack boost. And lucky for us, we're not delayed, so that way you don't get the attack boost. Otherwise, it would screw over Straw Hat Crew. But Straw Hat Crew just gives you all of the buffs you need for the final turn. With the Whitebeard stats, it gives him a little bit of extra damage. And then finally, we have the free-to-play Garp. This is Event Garp. I will try and find a team build where you don't actually use this guy. Because if you guys weren't around for the New Year's, you probably don't have this particular Garp. He's really good, though, because he can actually remove the barriers on the final stage, and then he gives you a bunch of strength slots to your left-hand column, and your left-hand column has slot bind. There is slot bind in this content, but the Gart will actually give you some orbs there. With the Kobe support, I finally pulled this Kobe once again, and I'm actually so happy. This Kobe removes 3 turns of attack down and removes sound effects, and it works quite nicely because you get 3 turns of attack down there as well. But I do have another team. I have already completed this with double Straw Hat Crew. I'll leave a link of that for that video in the description below. But with that said, let's check out Bullet taking on level 5 Grand Voyage. Bullet stays winning. Quoted by the man, the myth, the legend, Captain Papi, and that's the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive in. And honestly, Bullet does it best. The man has been aging like goddamn fine wine. I did put him in my hybrid, like a great hybrid category, because he's the epitome of a hybrid captain. And this just shows, once again, how powerful he is when you hybrid him up with some of the new legends, and he just stays winning with stuff like Straw Hat Crew because he is a fighter, because he is a strength unit, and it all works out quite nicely. Unfortunately, you can't use the dex variation of Straw Hat Crew, but their final tap is just so damn powerful. They have such a great special that allows you to get a lot of damage output, as well as let your entire team turn into rainbow buffs. On the first turn, as you can see, we have no issues tearing through these lackeys, which is great, because we are going to need 2 turns on the final stage against ALVIDA, so you do want to make sure that you take all of these units out in one fell swoop. On stage 3, the front left unit will have a barrier, and this is where Foxy and Porsche is just so damn handy, because you can actually just burst through that barrier thanks to their barrier pen mechanic. As you'll see here, I just hit all my perfects, get to the final stage, and if you have an orb on them, you'll guarantee the kill there. But you should guarantee it anyway, if I'm completely honest. On stage 4, we come up against thick ALVIDA and 3 lackeys. 2 lackeys in the front have a good and then a great barrier. She's going to bind your bottom left and paralyze your bottom right, as well as give you a full border unfavorable orbs or bomb orbs. This is where Kid is great, because he can give you a full border orbs, get the attack boost and the color affinity boost, thanks to having the bind and the paralysis. Finally, we're going to use our Snake Man special to get an orb boost and a chain boost. And because you get chain reduction, it's very annoying here, as well as only being able to use 4 taps to build that chain up. You want to remove the bind for Foxy, so that way you can actually break through the barrier. I actually hit the good, actually, now I'm thinking about it. You probably want to use Foxy to go through the good, hit the great, but with the Shark Superb, that can be a little bit tricky. Bullet kills the final stage, but if you need to use the Straw Hat Crew, they can actually break the Alvidas HP pool, because they're just an absolute powerhouse. On the final stage against ALVIDA and 3 of the lackeys, they have resilience, and they all have barriers. Good, great, perfect. Shout out to those guys. You also get all of your buffs wiped. You get a full board of like slot bind for your sailors, as well as getting bind and despair and 3 turns of attack down. So you do need to get around 2 turns of bind and despair. Kobe gets rid of the attack down, which is absolutely great. Foxy and Porsche will remove the bind and the despair, and then we can use the special of Straw Hats to give us an attack, color affinity, and a chain boost. You also get attack down under a low chain multiplier, which is very annoying. So you do want to make sure you can get around that somehow, because you do get chain coefficient reduction. And as you see, like, I'm only going up by 0.1, but lucky for us, literally just with Bullet hitting there with that 4.75 times captain for himself, the Straw Hat Crew can actually just do the rest with their final tap, which is awesome. On the second turn, we're going to use our Garp special to give us some matching orbs on the left. Then we can use our Bullet special to get the end of turn damage. And this is where things get a little bit tricky. You actually need to change your targets as you're tapping, so that way you can actually start like getting the kill. Remember, you have a chain boost, so you want to attack the first unit with like 3 characters. The second one should be like taken down with 1. Then you can finish it off with Bullet and the final tap Luffy crew to just like end it off. The end of turn damage will kill the resilience, and then Bullet does it best, manages to get level 5 Grand Voyage done. So there you guys go. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to go down there and belt the like button for me if you're new to this channel. Make sure to hit that big red subscribe button too. But guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Lates!